You already know what time it is. It's Maction football time, baby. Let's get into it. Akron versus Duquesne, and Duquesne gets dominated 51-7. Mississippi State versus NIU, and NIU played a little bit competitive, but it wasn't enough. They had the lead in the first quarter because they kicked their first field goal, but from that point on, it was all Mississippi State, because they're actually a pretty solid team this year, going 4-0 recently out of conference play, but they beat an ASU team that's pretty good, and I'm excited to see what they can do against Tennessee. WMU versus Toledo, and Toledo falls short against a Western Michigan team claiming their first win this entire season after having a really bad start. They kind of pulled through, and Toledo I'm genuinely disappointed in. Toledo's been playing very good as of late and just can't pull it off in conference play, and they were up 13-0 at one point and just couldn't pull it out. That's embarrassing. EMU versus Louisiana, and Louisiana falls short, man. He falls short. And in a game where the spread was towards Louisiana, I thought they'd be able to pull it off, and they almost did. But then a game-winning field goal, who apparently got unsportsmanlike conduct right after, happened to fall through. For Florida State, this is a good win over Kent State, putting 775 yards in total. Florida State's starting to become a merchant of like those terrible teams that they just put up a ton of points on. I don't expect this to be consistent over the season, but this could be a pretty good sign to come for Florida State fans. Ball State almost pulls off the upset on UConn. I think I had Ball State cover that spread, actually. I did. 13% of people, but man, I just had a faith. I had an inkling. Troy versus Buffalo, and Buffalo just falls short, man. I thought that would be a little bit competitive, but nope. Ohio dominates Gardner-Webber. That's not really much of a feat. Gardner-Webber's not good, and Ohio is actually very good in my mind. Central Michigan versus Wagner. Central Michigan dominates. Wagner isn't amazing. UNLV versus Miami of Ohio is low-key like game of the year. This game was awesome. If SMU Baylor didn't happen yet, this would be my game of the year so far, because UNLV played this game super well. They were down by 20 in the first quarter, and then they pulled off a comeback of unexpected ground, coming down 38-41 to win in a game that was just awesome. Louisiana dominates Bowling Green State, but it's Bowling Green State. They're not amazing, and Louisiana is an ACC team, so they've only played bad teams to this point. Let's see them play a conference play next week. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, share, click the link below to hear me talk about the Conference USA play, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.